Hey guys, so tonight I'm not really sure what I'm filming. It's kind of just like a chit-chatty get ready with me. I just want to use a bunch of makeup that I haven't used in a while. Like I have my Milk Cosmetics 420 palette here, and I was looking at it and I feel like it's such a pretty like fall vibes palette. And then I also just have like my Fenty Beauty. This is the hydrating foundation. I have some Shape Tape. I have my Mercier powder, just like stuff that I used to love and live by, and I haven't been using lately. So let's go ahead and get into it. I guess for primer, I'm just going to use my Bobbi Brown face base. I've been using this a lot lately, and I'm just going to take a tiny bit because I am using a hydrating foundation as well. So I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, and I have the shade 170. I haven't used this in a very long time, and this is going to sound so crazy to anyone that doesn't have a kid, but to anyone that does, hopefully I don't sound crazy. Hopefully y'all get this like feeling too. It just feels like tonight is going to be one of those nights that Parker is just not going to sleep well, and I feel like he's going to wake up like any minute now, and y'all are going to hear the little footsteps coming up because he has woken up. So I'm going to start off with my It Cosmetics brush. I really don't remember how I used to wear this. No, it might have been in my like brush foundation days. I don't know. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm whispering. I've like lost my voice. I do not know what is going on. I like tried to just not, I'm switching over to my sponge, but I tried to just like wait a couple days and not film sounding like this, but it's not going away. So I'm sorry. I definitely like how this looks more with a sponge. So I feel like it blends so much easier with the sponge. With the brush, it was just leaving so many little brush marks on my face. Okay, now that I'm going to use my Mercier powder tonight, I'm going to get a little bit of that in the top here. And I am going to use my little Beauty Blender puff sponge thing. So I'm just going to pick up way too much with that and then tap it off. And now we're going to try some Shape Tape for the first time in a very long time. I cannot tell you the last time that I used Shape Tape, but it used to be like the only concealer that I had because it was the only one I used. I had this and the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, and those were like the only two concealers that I ever used. I was obsessed with them, and I really hope I still like this as much as I used to. Part of me feels like, I don't know, I might not. I almost used the Fenty Beauty concealer, and I don't know, I haven't used that in a while either, and I really want to see what I think about it now. Alright, I'm not even gonna lie, so far it's looking really pretty. Okay, now since I'm like only using powder products tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and just take my brush and set the rest of my face down as well. And I'm not gonna lie, it's looking really pretty. And to be completely honest with y'all, I'm pretty sure I did not know how to blend out my concealer before like a few days ago. I'm not sure why it like just occurred to me, but I was like, just, you know, try blending it out for a little bit longer. And I started blending it for like way longer than I've ever shown in a video. Like I know I cut it out of every video, but I just like started blending out my under eyes for like a minute each and then setting them really quickly with the powder. And I'm not sure why, but my eyes have been looking so much better underneath. So I feel like before I just like did not know how to blend out my concealer to make it not cakey and creasy. And ever since I started blending it out just like for longer, it looks so much better. So I feel like such an idiot, but at least I figured it out. So I have not used my ABH Dip Brow Gel stuff in a long time. This is in the shade Medium Brown. I'm gonna just try to use this to fill in my brows real quick. I feel like I love the clear gel from them. I don't remember how I feel about this. Okay, yeah, I don't think I like this anymore. I'm not sure if I ever loved it. I don't feel like I did, but it's so pigmented and like it picks up all of the tiny little hairs that I really need to like pluck, and that's something that I don't necessarily want. So I just want to play around with the 420 palette. I feel like when I got this, I never really gave it a fair chance. So tonight we're gonna play with it again. Okay, so I'm not really sure exactly what I want to do. I obviously want to make it greeny. I think I'm gonna go in with this shade first on like the inner part of my eye. I don't know. I'm trying to decide if I want to have like a more bright green or like a deep smoky green. Use like that and that for the brights, or like that and that and that and that for the Okay, just kidding. We're gonna go in with this first, and that is called Hash. I'm gonna take my Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush and tap in here. I feel like, you know, I have a few Milk Cosmetics palettes, but I feel like I haven't really played around with them very much. I have like the Smoke Sessions palette, but for a long time that is the only palette that I had, and I felt like I just couldn't do like a complete look with it because there was only like 2 mattes and then like 10 shimmers, which was just insane. And for this palette, there's only 1 shimmer, and it's kind of like a glitter topper shade, and then every other color in here is matte, and I think I would rather that than like the opposite, because you can always use an eye topper or whatever, but you need like a good solid matte to make a good eye look, in my opinion. So I want to bring some green into this, so I think I'm going to take this shade here, Faded, and just tap lightly in there and kind of bring that into where my transition shade is. Now, y'all know I usually do not use greens ever, so I'm not sure if I will end up liking this, but we will see. Okay, I feel like that made it like the perfect greeniness. So I'm going to take my Sigma Diffused Crease E38 brush, and we are going to go into Faded again, and I'm just going to kind of make it a little bit greener. Just like right in the crease, mostly in like the beginning of my eye, because I know I'm going to kind of smoke out the outer edge with this really deep, pretty green. Now I want to go in with this Chronic shade here, this nice deep green. I'm going to use this on my Sigma E47 Shader Crease brush and bring this right into my crease. Once again, I feel like I've said crease like 4,000 times in the past 2 minutes. I feel like this kind of like glittery shade really needs something to sit on top of, so I'm trying to figure out what kind of shade I want to put on my lid. Okay, so I think I'm going to end up taking this Chronic shade and putting it all over my lid, and then deepening it up a little bit with this Roll It shade on the very like outer corner. Okay, now that I have that laid down, I'm going to go in with Roll It on the same brush in my outer corner and really just make it like grungy looking. I don't know, I feel like that's like my fall vibe this year. I just want to be a very grungy. Okay, now I kind of have that laid down, but I am going to go in with the E38 brush again with this Faded shade and just kind of blend out what I just did so it's not quite so harsh. I'm actually liking this a lot more than I thought I was going to. I'm going to take this brush again and fade it and run it along my lower lash line. I don't like how that looks just because of like my skin tone. So I'm going to go in with the Chronic shade, this deeper green, mixed with the deep brown shade, and put that like super close up to my lash line. Okay, I like that more. Now, I remember this gold shade here. It's called Shatter. I remember it not being like the best, so I'm gonna try to take it on my finger. See, like there's not a ton of payoff, and just put that at the very beginning of my eye. I feel like this is kind of what I did in my last video too. My bad. Okay, so I've like patted that on like 10 times now, and it's not really what I'm looking for. So I still have my Rowan Beauty palette right here, and it kind of just reminds me of this shade anyway. So I'm just going to take this on my finger and put it right on top, just like a tiny bit to give it a little something extra. That just like automatically looks better to me. So I'm going to blend that in a little and do this eye, and then I will be right back to finish off my face. Okay, so I'm back and I threw some liner and mascara on. I'm actually really loving this like golden green vibe, and I've never been into this before, but this might be like a new fall staple for me because I'm kind of obsessed with it, and it was so easy to do. Like all of the shades blended really well into each other, and like when I was looking at it before, I felt like I didn't see very many looks that I could create. But like the more I'm playing with it, I feel like there are kind of like a good amount that I was not seeing before. I feel like I could do a very like neutrally look with like this, and this deep brown. I can do the look I did today with this, and this. I could do it a little bit warmer with like this, add in a little yellow. There's just, you know, there's a bunch that you can do with this. I'm not even sure if you can get it, so I'm not sure why I'm like hyping it up right now. But I don't know, I wasn't super impressed right when I got it, but I'm glad that I have it now. So I just really like this eye look. I'm sure you can make this with a million different palettes, but if you do have this palette, then I don't even know what I'm saying. But guys, let me actually, okay. Let's get into this first, and then I will, it's so stupid, but I'm going to use my Cheek Leaders Bronze Squad palette from Benefit today. And here you have Gold Rush, Cookie, Hula Caramel, Hula, and Coralista. I'm just going to use Hula and Hula Caramel out of here because I have a different blush that I'm really excited to use. And I actually just noticed this like a few days ago. I never realized in like the little mirror part of this, a card came in each of the kits, and it's like different little looks that you can do. I thought that was interesting. So first I'm going to take Hula on my contour brush because it is much cooler than Hula Caramel. And I'm just going to take a tiny bit of this and just kind of start shaping out my face a little bit. But I'm super excited because I got the email that my Raw Beauty Christie and Pure palette is on its way, and I have been waiting for that email very impatiently, if we're being honest. I have been like looking for it way too often. But I'm just so excited to finally get to play around with it. And I'm hoping, you know, since so many people did order it, I'm really hoping that like y'all want to see it, even though it's not technically like the newest release and it's not super new now and everyone has seen it, everyone knows what it looks like and knows what kind of looks it can do. I don't know, I just hope that since so many people are now just like finally getting it, I'm hoping y'all want to see some looks with it because I definitely want to use it. I'm so excited to finally get it. I feel like the colorful side is going to be really fun for like Halloween looks, and I'm just really excited about it. So now I'm going to go in with the smaller side of my Hourglass brush. I'm going to take Hula Caramel and just really warm up my face. And speaking of this, how do you say caramel? Do you say caramel or caramel, or I feel like there's another way you can say it. I'm drawing a blank. But sometimes I feel like this is a little bit deep for me, but I really just like love the way it looks on my skin, so I kind of say screw it and just use it anyway, but it definitely looks better on me when I do have some fake tan on. Okay, I might have gone just, a little bit ham with that, so I'm going to take my powder brush and try to blend it out just a little bit. I feel like when I really, I'm super, super pale and I have no sun whatsoever, just right, this is the exact time of year when, I'm going from wanting to be tan to not caring about being tan, but, all of my makeup is used to me being tan, and I'm used to me being somewhat tan, so I, go way too overboard with the bronzer, and I'm a little, This eye really does not go with this, sweatshirt. I feel like I should have, a sexy black dress and, some waves in my hair, but I'm really, really loving it. So, I've not used this in forever. This is the Kylie Pressed Blush Powder in Pink Power, and it is a very, very pink. It looks like this. I'm going to take this, since we have kind of a cooler look going. I feel like it's a good blush for this. I used to really, really love Kylie powders. I used her bronzers and blushes and highlights a lot. I've never used one of her eyeshadows, but I liked her concealer. I like her bronzer, her blush, her highlighter, and her lip liners a lot. I don't know. I just haven't been gravitated. Actually, they've been kind of packed away. So hopefully once I actually get all of my makeup into one organized place, it will make it easier to kind of shop my stash when I'm trying to do videos and stuff like that. We'll see. Probably not. I'll probably keep on using the same 10 products that I always use, but this has been fun, trying out a few different things, trying to figure out what I want to use for highlighter. I might just go in with Cookie from this Bronze Squat palette, but I just don't feel like it's gonna go with my really gold eyes. Okay, so this isn't really old, but I haven't gotten enough use out of it. This is the Jouer Champagne and Macaroons Sweet Cheeks palette. I'm going to take this citrine color out of here. I feel like it has a little bit of a gold shift to it, so I'm going to take it on my Real Techniques brush and put it right up here. Oh, and Parker, I'm not even sure if you can see it. It looks like my ear is bruised or something, but he got into some eyebrow gel and mascara earlier today. So we both had mascara and eyebrow gel all over ourselves. So it's still in my ear, mom life, I guess. But I'm definitely going to film his birth story video probably in the next week. I feel like that'll be really fun to film. And I don't know, I haven't gotten to tell very many people at all that story, and it was a very, very, very insane and crazy, and everyone that I have told has been what? Wait, what happened? So definitely expect that in the next week, and I'm thinking I want to do uploads on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, something like that. Not gonna 100% commit to that. It might be a Friday or a Saturday or a Monday or who knows what the hell day it'll be. But I'm thinking 3 videos kind of spaced out like that throughout the week. How does that sound to y'all? Yeah? No? Maybe? What do you think? I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to use on my lips, and I kind of just want something super nude because this eye is just so freaking pretty. So I think I'm going to take my Whatever Walnut Makeup Forever pencil again, and then just top it with the clear Tower 28 lip gloss. And I really want to get one of their new milky glosses. They look so good. So I just went ahead and filled in my lips a little bit with that lip liner. Now we're going to take just a little bit of gloss right in the center. I feel like that's the perfect neutral lip for this eye because I want the eye to do all of the talking because I'm so obsessed with this. I really do not usually like green looks on me at all. But honestly, I think these Rowan Beauty shadows, I know I talk about them all the time and I know y'all are sick of it, but can I just tell you, these shadows are something so special, and there's something I feel like no one talks about. Like, I don't hear anyone talking about these. I'm not sure why. There's only 3 of these palettes. I have every one of them, and I love every single one of them, and I'm definitely going to keep on using them. I need to pull out a different palette because I've been using this one so much lately, but it's just so good. So definitely, like, if you're looking for a really pretty kind of like topping glitter shade, instead of going for like a little potted whatever next time, think about going for a little palette like this. I feel like you get even more like variety, and it's basically the same as one of those potted, you know, kind of like glitter topper things would usually be. So I think I actually might try to find a different shirt and take my headband off, and I will be right back for the final look, even though you can see the final look right now. Okay, and this is the final look. I know this isn't like exactly the shirt to go with this look, but I was working with what I had upstairs, was not about to go downstairs and even like think about disturbing Parker or just trying to look for a damn shirt. So this is what we got. I want to come in close on the eyes because I am obsessed with them. And yeah, I actually think this makeup, I didn't know how this was going to turn out. I didn't think I would love the base, and it actually looks pretty damn good. The eye look is like kind of my favorite thing ever right now. I don't know if it's just because it's like that kind of grungy fall vibe or what, but I think it would look so good with like a big pair of lashes, and I just want to go somewhere that I can do like cool makeup. I'm so tired of being stuck at home, but I'm sure that y'all are too, so I will stop complaining and let you go. I hope y'all are having a great day, night, evening, weekend, whatever it is, wherever you are, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.